Those who speak of difficulty live in difficulty. Those who speak of problem live in problem. Those who speak of betrayal live in betrayal. Those who speak of bad things live immersed in bad things, attracting bad things and creating bad things. Their words. TM condition of changing their current. The question is, you are willing to this, you have courage for this, you have optimism for this, you have perseverance for this to use your words and change your current condition. Look who's wrong with your marriage. Look what the woman says about her husband. Look what the woman says about a man. Look what the woman says about a relationship. Look, and you will see that what she says about a relationship. Look, and you will see that what she says is the same what she lives. People, instead of using their words to build, are using words to destroy. How many parents are destroying their children? You are a donkey boy. You are not do nothing that lends. Boy cursing his children, cursing his husband, his wife, his employee, his company, and does not understand that every horrible word is misspoke. Every word that brings pain, that brings bad things, that brings hatred, that brings out gossip, that brings corruption, that brings accusation are words that destroy not only whom but you and these people. Keep talking and talking and talking and talking. If you want to be happy, want to have peace, want to have abundance, controls what you say. Says like this, Proverbs 10:19. When there are many words, when you talk a lot, sin is present. When there are many words, sin is present. But who controls the language? It is sensible. There is something that is done, something that is very important for every man and every woman to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth is a blessing. It is something difficult to do, but to shut your mouth is a blessing. It's saying that in the multitude of words, that is, those who cannot master the verb to shut up and therefore become speakers on duty, people who speak all the time, amend subjects together, hunt subjects that do not stop speaking. Then in the multitude of words, that in speaking too much, there is sin. To shut your mouth is the guarantee that I will succeed professionally. Shut your mouth is the guarantee that I have that I will be someone in life, and talking too much is the guarantee that I will be nobody. Silcio attracts what you need. That's a fact. When a person becomes silent, she manages to attract and capture what she needs in the first place, because a silent person has a better chance of identifying what she actually needs. Noisy people no longer even know what they need. Powerless in the face of social life. Something completely different from silence, because in a silent life, the human being achieves what he needs. And through concentration, through the learning of, he manages to attract to himself how we can radically transform our lives. Just by speaking physics, quantum applied physics, she recognizes that matter is structured by the word of the observer. Psychology, psychiatry, coaching, all sciences prove that words can. And I'm talking to you who are listening. To me, don't play. Don't think what I'm talking about is joke. It's self-help, it's true, it's scientific, it's real, and it's proven. No. What you've been doing with your words, because word actually has power of life. Word has power of death. The life I lead, the life you lead, is directly proportional to the quality of your words. Your financial life is equal. That you talk to your life. Friendship is like what you say. The relationship with your children, your home, is like what you say. You're saying to me, do friendship so I can shut up. I'm saying to you, open your mouth, but open your mouth with wise words. Words that build, words that rescue, words that make the best of life happen. Look, only in today's world we are encouraged to share every detail of our lives. Whether on social networks, and casual conversations, and even in intimate moments, we are bombarded with the idea that being transparent all the time and open with everyone brings us closer to people, and that divides our planned dreams and even insecurities is the path to deeper connections. However, there is an old and almost forgotten wisdom that says exactly the opposite. Silence is power, and at least you share more control you will have over your own life, and also the perceptions others have of you, and actually less headache. Shut your mouth, very important. You master this. Shut your mouth. Why? For a number of reasons you must have already observed. If you master the use of this verb and make it a habit in your life, because everything you can turn into habit, you will have the world at your feet, because you will have become a listener in the talker world. Have you noticed how many speakers there are in this world? Compulsive speakers. And you have noticed that every talker is hated. Look, rarely one person will be hated and rejected because he is very quiet, but nobody in the world likes people who talk too much, who don't shut up for a minute. You must have already met people like that. It's not shut up, mouth a minute of a subject. They amend the other. And so on, they talk without thinking. And almost always about idiotic and useless subjects. They talk without anyone asking anything. If you meddle in the conversation of others, give guesses that you are not asked to live. If you meddle in the lives of others, you will never get in trouble for not saying something. Believe me, you will never have to undo a misunderstanding that you did not create with your words, and you will never have to withdraw something you did not say, and nor will you have to apologize for something you did not say, and will never create real enemies for offenses you didn't talk to your mouth. Remember that the human mind is naturally attracted to the unknown. You already know that the mystery, it creates curiosity, and this curiosity makes people perceive you as someone much more complex, and that's why you become much more interesting when you reveal all your plans, your weaknesses, your emotions, what goes through in your head. You become a person totally predictable. And the moment people perceive you as predictable, they know how to manipulate you. They know how to react to you, and even worse, they can use that information you told yourself against you, man. It's one of the most happening things in the modern world. The universe generates power because it prevents people from knowing what you're really thinking or planning. When you share too much, you open the door to criticism, envy, that it's a real feeling, sabotage, and even manipulation. Pay attention to your words. Pay attention to what you allow out of your mouth. Notice when you watch your thoughts. You will notice that some thoughts they come in a negative way. They see saying that you can't, that you don't get that. You are not able, sometimes angry thoughts, envious thoughts, hate thoughts, negative thoughts that end up attracting bad things to you. Only a lot worse than thoughts are exactly the time when the thought, it turns into a word. So it's important you start to watch your thoughts and keep an eye out in your words, because the word has power. The brain, he doesn't understand the word no. And there are a lot of people who are used to talking about what they don't want. Me, I don't want to run out of money. I don't want my business to go wrong. I don't want to lose my marriage. I don't want to be sick. Just talk about what you don't want. And the more you talk about what you don't want, is more of that you attract in your life. So it's important you stop talking about what you don't want and start talking about what you want exactly. For example, if I spoke to you, don't think of an apple literally. It was just asking, is it with a cabin or without a cabin? It doesn't matter. Because the more you talk about what you don't want is more of what the brain thinks first. It will think of that image of what you say it doesn't want. Then he will try to make the counterpoint, so the big blow is next. First, watch the thoughts. We don't always have control over our thoughts, but we have control over what we allow to come out of our mouth. I invite you then to watch your words. What if thoughts turns into verb, what you verbalize, and start to keep watch of your own word. In the silence, the human being goes. Getting to know improves your tune, your vibration, your irradiation, and the ability to capture energies, pure, refined energies. The intimate of a silent person, it becomes a field of attraction. Who is silent can better understand the messages of life. A silent person is more likely to discover that what went wrong had to be like this, while the ones revolt. They get nervous. They call silent people. They think about what went wrong. They think about what went wrong, and they understand that what did not happen according to the expected, it had to be like this. Shut up when you're angry or hurt. Shut up when you're sad and depressed. Shut up when you're in the mood to name someone or give someone a harsh response. Shut up when you feel like it. When you feel like you want to criticize someone. Shut up mouth when they don't ask for your opinion, especially when they don't ask for your opinion when you're not in the business. Mouth when you are not sure what you are going to say. CA mouth when you are late for an appointment and have another person talking and you are not inside what was said. Shut up